What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to go ahead and take a look at some things that have been going on with me. And as far as my option trading has been going on. And we're going to also take a look at a use case for quantum as a whole. All right. See if this is something that we want to put our money into. Later on in the video, we're also going to dive deeper into my profits so far. We're going to look at my losses, and then we're going to go from there. So we got a jam-packed video. It's early in the morning. I'm trying to get this done today for you guys. Most of it I'm trying to get done before I drop my daughter to school, but then I got to drop her to school, come back, get some coffee in my system, and then get ready for trade. All right, so just finished dropping my daughter to school, and now I'm heading back to the house. I believe now it's like around almost 9 o'clock. It's 8:58, but the market opens in about 30 minutes, so I'm kind of like taking like a shortcut just to get to the house so I can get things going. All right, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about on the way home is the whole idea of getting in on stocks that are at a discount. All right, so identify stocks that potentially have a huge upside, and it's obviously based on the value. You know, value is measured by pretty much exactly what service or product this company has or offers to consumers or businesses that could potentially make it grow exponentially. All right, so one of the most trending things right now is going to be quantum stocks. I did a video before, I believe it was episode, I think it was 153 or 54, where I gave you guys some of the quantum stocks that were actually just like, taking off. But there's a couple. So when we get back to the house, we're going to take a look at just basically some AI research on quantum and what exactly it's doing and what's expected of it. And then we're also going to dive into the profits that I've made so far for the year option trading. So my strategy for option trading, as you guys know, 90% of the time I scalp. Every now and then I'll do a leap. And the whole purpose behind it is so that we can get funds to continuously invest. I'll do an option trade, make profit. I automatically have a set amount of money that comes out of my cash balance every day to invest in my long-term investments. And then occasionally, if I have a really good day, I'll buy some additional stocks, but that's the goal. All right, so now we're pulling up back to the house and we're gonna hop right into the computer. Ooh, it's kind of cold today here. It's like around 30 something degrees, which for down here, that's pretty cold. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead now and just grab the laptop, and we are gonna just dive right in and show you what's going on. All right, so we are back inside my computer, and right now we're gonna go ahead and just take a look at my options profit and loss sheet for the year so far. I created this sheet inside of Google Sheets, so it's real simple. You just have a column here with the date. The ticker shows what I traded for that day, and then the type just gives the type of option that I traded. We have the amount that we bought for, what we sold for, and then we have our profit. So
Real simple. If we go ahead and we click on this little chart right here, we have a line chart. They're basically three different lines. So the blue line represents what I bought for, the red represents the sell, and the yellow represents the profit. Now you'll notice that there's like a close space between the red and the blue line, and the reason for that is because I'm scalping. So you're not going to really see any wide gaps apart from probably here when I had like a big profit that day. But generally I am scalping, so you're going to see profit anywhere from, I would say, 10 to like a maximum of 30% on an average, and that's why you see the peaks are so close. Now this yellow line represents the profit, so whatever is above this horizontal black line that runs through it, that's profit. See, like my smallest profit here was $6 that day, so that was just on the edge of the black line. And then you can see we have a big profit here, which was $4.31 for that day. But below the line is where I have my losses. So I just want to show you guys, the first loss I had was $112. Then I had a loss here for $302. And I had a loss for $222. Then I had one here for $270. I had another one here for $178. And I was like, I need to tighten up and try to make these losses as small as possible. So the following day, which was yesterday, I had a loss of $73. So I tried to contain it. However, I was up yesterday. It was close to, I would say, $2,000 so far for the year. So if you look at the spectrum here, the high is $2,000, the low is -500. So I was very close to it. I was like 1,969 yesterday, but I entered into two swings, and those two swings really hurt me. So the first one, the loss here is 169. The second one is 240. And then the third one, this was from a play today, and this one was for 222. So you'll notice these losses, they're all like really sharp peaks, but the one here today is rounded. That's because I had three different losses today, so it was just huge. At one point I was down like 611. I did a couple more plays to make it up, and that brought me down to like -473 for the day. So here are my three losses, right? And then I just played like really tight scalps on these, and I was able to bring it down. So loss wise, right, if we go here, you'll see on the sum I was down 631 just from these two swings and then this bad play, the first call I got into. But then I was able to make back like around 158 of that, which brought me down to like 473. So you're gonna have days like this, guys. That's why we track what we do, and it's very simple. You know, there's a saying that says that which is tracked is improved, and that's with everything. Whether you're lifting weights, you trade in stocks, you always want to track your performance, because that's going to give you an idea of where you are and where you want to be and where you need to be. All right, so but yeah, I was up, like I said, close to like 2K yesterday. Now I'm down. My sum for the month so far is 1,496. So I'm about, close to $1,500 in for the month. Still not bad. We got like a week and some change, so I could try to make that up and then make things happen. But that's exactly where we are right now in terms of option, profits, and loss. All right, so the next and final thing that I want to show you guys today is about quantum investing. I've been getting a lot of DMs on Instagram, people asking me about this. So I figured I'd jump into it. So we got some information typed into ChatGPT, which is pretty much just asking, is quantum pretty much a good investment, and what companies it would recommend. All right. So it says here, quantum is pretty much, it could be a good investment, because of these three main key points here. The first one is going to be potential for disruption. All right, so quantum computing could revolutionize industries like pharmaceuticals, finance, logistics, AI, cryptography, by solving problems that are currently intractable for classical computers. So a quantum computer can do things that, a regular computer can't do. So there is some use for this, and a lot of the big guys are slowly trekking into that field. Because It is currently down now. A lot of the big hitters are actually pretty cheap. If you look at the different quantum computing companies, a lot of the stocks are relatively affordable right now, but who knows where that's going to be in the future. All right. So here you'll see, if you invest now, you would have what is called the first mover advantage. All right. So that's, getting in early and holding with the anticipation that it will go up. So it says here, investing early in companies leading the quantum race could yield high returns as the technology matures. All right. The risk: uncertain time frames, significant breakthroughs may still be years or decades away. High research and development costs. Many quantum companies are in the research phase and may not be profitable for a long time. Competition: large tech companies dominate the space, making it harder for smaller players to succeed. All right, so when you talk about like the large companies, you would talk about, say, like a company like IBM, versus a smaller company like, say, Rigetti. All right, but let's face it, IBM is probably going to grow. If it does blow up, it's probably going to grow at a fraction of what something like Rigetti would grow. Rigetti is I believe like a $13 or a $14 stock now. At its peak, I think it was around like $20. But when the CEO of Nvidia came out and said, "Oh, quantum is so far away," it's kind of, and he kind of downplayed it. But he's secretly heavily pushing and investing in quantum research himself. So, maybe that was just a ploy to I don't know, discredit those other smaller companies, so then he could jump in and take some of the market share. All right, so number one on the list for quantum is IBM. All right, they've been a pioneer for offering quantum on their cloud services. Pros: they have a proven track record, early mover, and steady R&D investment in quantum. The risk: IBM's overall performance isn't solely tied to quantum, and that's what you're going to find with the larger companies. So if you find like the smaller companies like Rigetti, too risky for you, then you can invest in something like IBM, and it's going to be the same for Google as well. You notice here it says risk is only a fraction of Alphabet's business, and it's going to be the same with IBM. It's also going to be the same with Microsoft. All right. See here, it says risk: long-term quantum profitability remains uncertain. But all of these guys are slowly getting into the space. Nvidia was, it's all about AI. Look, Nvidia is in the space too. All right. Well positioned at the intersection of quantum and AI. So they've been focusing on AI, but Google recently created a quantum chip, and it's been making some waves. So now they're on that wagon. All right. So they're looking to possibly fuse quantum and AI. AI, we know, is Nvidia's big ticket, but they're on quantum. So don't listen to this guy when he tells you, these companies are so far away and the technology, blah, 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 blah. He's downplaying it so he could hop in. All right. Rigetti, this is the one that everyone's talking about, which is a small company. Right now it's around like $13 or $14 a share. Rigetti is a quantum computing pure play company. Pros: focused entirely on quantum technology. Risk: smaller scale and higher financial volatility. All right, so this is, if you're looking to throw some money in and get in early and then ride the wave, this is probably one of your better bets. And you have another company here, which is IonQ, right? Pretty much does the same thing. It does have strong partnerships with cloud providers like Amazon and Microsoft, so that's a plus. Risk: still in the development phase with no guarantees of success. And then we do have Honeywell here. Honeywell Quantum Solutions focuses on building high-fidelity quantum computers. The pros are diversified business with robust R&D, right? Risk: quantum is a small part of Honeywell's portfolio. So pretty much in a nutshell, as you guys can see, they are big companies, the big players. So if you want to put some of your money there, you can. And then there are the small players. These are the companies that could potentially 10x or 100x or, whatever. But I will say, companies like Nvidia, AMD, those companies all started out as real small scale companies, and then they just exploded because of technology. That's the thing with tech. You know, it's like tech and like any kind of pharmaceutical or biotech companies, those companies can drastically change in terms of growth or disintegration. But, if you want to speculate that potentially these companies could go up, you could look at the small ones like Rigetti, so ticker symbol RGTI. Then we have this one here, which is Quantum, QTUM. And then there's a couple more. I'll give you all the ones that I'm watching and the ones that I'm slowly like trying to pour money into. All right. So we do have QUBT. We have QBTS. And that one is D-Wave. And then we have RGTI, which is Rigetti. So those are the small companies that I would keep on watch if I were you. And again, like I said, you can invest in the big players as well, which are probably going to be a more stable option. I would do it probably, I don't know, 70-30. I'd put 70% in the big guys, 30% in those smaller guys to be on the safe side and just sit back and see what happens. But right now, this quantum thing is really hot. The stocks are very volatile, but when they move crazy. The other thing is you could also play leaps. So you could look at areas of support on these stocks and then, play leaps. Give it some time and see what happens. All right. But that's it for the video today, guys. I hope you found this information useful. If you did, please consider subscribing. I make new videos like this every day, dropping gems that you could use along your investing journey. Go ahead and like this video. More importantly, share this video with a family member or friend. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe if you like the content, because there's a great chance that you'll never see or hear me again if you don't subscribe to the channel. Thanks again for watching the video. Y'all stay blessed and have a great day. Peace.